Guys, how you doing? How you feeling? I hope you're doing good. Back again with
Your booty.
wow. Yeah. How have you guys been? I hope you guys have been fine. Like honestly, I hope you've been good. I hope you've been checking up on your friends, how they are feeling, how they are doing, physically, mentally, spiritually. Check up on someone, it goes a long way. So yes, we're just here to just talk. Imagine, like, that is the one thing that we do most, literally just talking about anything and everything. But today we are talking about the topic of friendships and relationships, guys. Friendships and
Jesus, are we doing
relationships.
relationships?
Yes,
We talked about friendships.
we did not talk about relationships, but yes, friendships and relationships. I hope you enjoy this video. Grab some water, grab some juice, sit down, get comfy. Let's do this. So, kwanza, what is a friendship?
A friendship, or what is a friend? Okay.
Friendship. See, friendship involves a friend.
Sawa sawa. Me, who
What
is
do
a
you
friend
think?
to me? A friend to me is someone I can talk to. And not just general things as in about the weather. Where? The weather.
The weather, the weather go rain, it go be bad weather. Sharp.
Not ati mwenye tunaongelelea tu weather or politics.
Yeah, it has to
ni
be
mwenye tunaongea.
Yeah.
As in we are talking internal things and not about my digestive system or anything. That's a bad joke.
I know.
But a friend kwangu ni mtu mwenye tunaweza ongea.
You can talk.
Na mtu mwenye pia akona my back.
Yeah, I'd say I also think more or less the same as what she has said. But there is a part of friendship for me that involves compatibility. Yeah, for me, a friend is also someone who you're compatible with. Someone you feel safe with. Someone you can talk to. Someone you can hang out with. Someone who is a safe space for you when you need it. So for me, that's a friend. And there are many advantages and disadvantages of having friends, which we all know. So I don't want us to take that route and make this another, just their topic. But then, since you're talking about friendships and relationships, so what is a relationship? Since a friendship, you've said it's just somebody you can talk to, someone you can hang out with. So what is a relationship?
A relationship.
Okay, this girl. Must you sing?
A relationship.
What is a relationship?
Oh my goodness. We're in a relationship, right? Kwanza a friendship is a relationship.
Exactly, it's a type.
It's a type.
What's a relationship?
What's a relationship? I want to go the side of a boy-girl relationship. Naniyo tu.
So
Boy-girl
cliche,
relationship.
so cliche.
Boy-girl relationship.
It's just that.
Two people who think you're awesome.
Oh.
And I'm awesome. And then you're like,
let's bring our awesomeness together.
Together.
Do this. Do life.
And see where it goes.
Yeah, for me a relationship is basically I can say it's companionship per se, in the sense that if you're in a relationship with someone, the both of you bring something to the table and there are relations involved. You have to relate to this person. You cannot be in a relationship with someone who you don't relate with. Like, it makes sense. So there's what you bring to the table, there's what they bring, and there's just how it works between all of you. So now that we are on that topic of friendships, we have had since time in memory. Since when you were a child, you had that one friend when you were growing up. Then you had other friends in primary school, in high school, and now you have friends who you already know. Other friends you thought you'd be together forever, and now you don't even know where they live. Yes,
whether they're in the country,
or they left, or they flew out. And honestly, at times you don't care. Let's not lie to each other. Let's not talk about relationships. Boy, girl.
Oh my
goodness. Relationships.
This is an
boy,
English, but
girl. relationships. Yes, I know you're
Okay.
excited. So yeah, Kwanzaa, what are some of the myths and misconceptions about boy-girl relationships that you know about, especially at a young age, that you knew about, that you have found out that that was not the right thing? Now that at your age now you know it was wrong, but then you believed it was true. What are some of those myths? For me, I think one is that boy-girl relationships must involve the kading. Get it? I know you get it.
Christ,
You
just
get it.
say the name.
The sex world. Yeah. Like for me growing up a day, you just hear somebody being like, ule ni boyfriend wa ule. Ule wanafanyanga tabia mbaya. So now in my head I was like, I don't want that. That is not what I'm trying to do out here in this life. So no to any sort of that kind of relationship. So whichever.
I think I'm going to go with love is blind. As in before we used to be told, oh, love is blind, love is blind. Jesus Christ. I don't know. I feel like it's a choice
There's nothing blind about
there's nothing
love.
blind about it. As in it's a choice. As in you see something, then you're like, you know what, I can
Deal with this.
can
I
deal
don't
with
like
this.
it, but it's okay. I don't like how your shoes smell, but it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think another misconception I got was that you must, at any time in your life, you must be in a relationship. Because I saw people, especially in high school, who would juggle guys, like anamalizana na huyu, next time amekuja na mwingine, next time amekuja na mwingine, next time amekuja na mwingine. And it sort of created that mentality in me that there's no way singleness is a possibility. You cannot be single. You cannot be single. And I think I mentioned it in a previous video of mine. I said that I never got into those relationships, which I personally, don't come at me, I personally thought were just time wasteful and useless, non-profiting relationships while in school, in high school and primary school. In university I've had my fair share of relationships. But in primary school and secondary school, I personally didn't have that time. Like my mind was not in that space. I'm sure, I don't know if there's anyone like me out there, but we are here to study. Yeah, there's no one like me. Thanks guys, I'm one of a kind. Like I was that person. I was like, we are here to study. Let us concentrate on our books. Let us do what brought us here. We go home. We stay for those 3 weeks. We come back. We just do what we gotta do. I was that person. You, how many did you have?
Okay. I don't know whether to call this you know, we get to a certain age where unasikia the whole notion
Ile
of
meme.
peer
Ile meme
pressure.
ya, if I dated you before 2018, I don't count that as a relationship. I was stupid.
Yeah, but it's true though. But you see,
Uh-huh.
when I was being told about peer pressure before, I used to think it's peer pressure,
Like
as
something
in,
that
si
you can
unaget,
see happening. No,
as in,
peer pressure inakuja.
but
Exactly.
imagine peer pressure is nothing like that. Peer
Yeah.
pressure is something as simple as me and Rebecca are seated here and I'm like, bedhe mi ufanye hivi. And because your friend considered it, you're also considering it.
Yeah.
You get? So I think that was what was happening in my entire primary school and high school life, until I got to a point I'm like, you know what, this is my life. I'm now making my own decision. And then I got conscious about what I'm doing. So mimi nakwambia, I had a boyfriend in class 6, 7, 8. I see the same people.
What?
Na high school. Na high school pia I had a number in different schools.
Gloria, Jesus saved you.
I know.
Amen. We thank the Lord. I used to enjoy the stories of guys, like after closing day, opening day, even it's just like, hey, did we went to where? Did we end church pamoja? Okay, I used to look at that and be like, oh, you are so sweet. Trust me right now. You bring me such stories. I'll be like, we don't have anything else to talk about. Like, there's nothing we can talk about that. But like, I'm a lover of love.
Yes,
but then
are.
I think there's a lot that comes into consideration, even as you're considering getting into a relationship with someone. And at our age, we are just young, youthful people out here just trying to figure out what do you want from your academics, what do you want from ministry, you're in this relationship, what do you expect from it? And it comes with so many, like it is a crossroads. There are so many options that you can take, but then you're still there thinking about which is the best option for you to take. I personally think that a relationship is something you get into with a purpose in mind. I wouldn't get into a relationship with someone if I don't know the purpose of that relationship, because something that lacks purpose, I don't even know why it exists. It just ends up being misused. For example, if you have a cup and you don't know what a cup is for, you will sweep with the cup, which is not possible. You will do things with the cup which are not meant to be done with the cup, simply because you don't understand the purpose. So lack of purpose leads to misuse and mishandling, which is what many young people are doing right now in relationships. What do you think?
Okay, I'd concur with what you're saying, because even if I look at what was happening in primary school and high school,
Yeah.
that was, what was that? Can you even call that relationships? Because we didn't have a purpose,
Yeah,
literally, as
that's
in
true.
in primary school, tumekana, that's what we do, as in if we're in a relationship we sit
We
together,
sit
as in
together.
what are we doing?
Yeah.
So I feel like there's a certain mental space you're supposed to get to, and it's not defined to a certain age limit.
Yeah.
It's a personal one, as in there's someone who'll hit that level akiwa high school, you get, and that's okay. But kuna mtu itamhit akiwa fourth year, mtu kama mimi itakuhit akiwa fourth year, you get, that's when you're like, hey,
This is what I need to do.
exactly. So I feel like there's no, as in, purpose is very important, and it hits people at different times. Your mental, I don't know, space, a certain mental space
Yeah,
you're
true,
supposed to
true.
be in.
I think I agree with you on that issue of the age limit that people like placing on relationships. I have personally, and I don't know, at times I say things and some of you might be thinking, oh, damn, I'm sure, but I'm usually very honest. I have personally met a few people who ask me, so are you in a relationship? I actually met this older person and they were like, so this boyfriend that you have, when are you planning to get married to him? And I just looked at them. I was like, I don't even have a boyfriend. I was like, say what? I don't have a boyfriend. I was like, what? Why don't you have a boyfriend? You're so awesome. In my head, I'm like, bro, chill. I have met my age mates. Literally, people who are my age mates, my own friends. They're like, Becky, kuna mtu. I'm like, mtu wapi? Ako wapi mtu? I'm like, no, guys, chill. It's not a matter of just wanting to be someone's person. It's a matter of being someone's person with a purpose and with a goal, you know. So I think I've personally experienced that pressure, in that everyone around you, bruh, is in a relationship. Trust me. Everyone around me now is in a relationship.
Jeez.
And then there is me, so people actually look at you, especially in university. People like want to look at you with some type of eye, like, are you fine, are you sure? Hey, someone, I told you, I remember that time last week I posted a video of first time, and I told you guys the first comment that really shook me up was someone who asked me if I'm a lesbian. Like, people go to that extent of thinking that maybe she doesn't do guys. Bro, it's devastating. But then the one thing that I can tell anyone out there who's feeling depression, especially our age, please take your time. Take your time. Bible inasema kuna mtu wako huko nje. Mungu amekuumbia mtu wako huko nje. And at his appointed time.
Oh yes, sis.
Imagine you guys will meet. Like that thing really gave me so much peace. Because there's a time, oh my goodness, there's a time it was crazy. And I can be crazy. Gloria knows I can be crazy. There's a time it was bad. It was so bad. So yeah, just take your time. Do what you got to do. Like, do the right thing at the right time. I'm not saying that there's now a right time for relationship. Me, I'm not that person who's going to start telling you that you need 25. I don't have that time. I'm just telling that when it's the right time for you, go ahead and do what you got to do. Yeah.
And I feel like we're talking about right time.
Yeah.
I feel like calling it God's time, honestly.
Yeah.
Because many times we make our own plans. As in, I feel like nikimaliza high school, I had this entire plan in my head. You get, if I start campus right now, I'll be done when I'm 20 this, I'll be done when I'm that.
Hey.
I'll be out of the country by this age, come back by this age, meet that person by this age,
have
get
babies.
Then you're like, you see things work out in your life,
then
you're like, Jesus Christ, this was what was supposed to happen.
Exactly.
So I feel like ishi maisha yako, as in you live your life. God's timing haiwezi kupita, honestly speaking. And God's time is also very different amongst us. You get, even if there are people who are around you, you get,
everyone is on their own path.
Everyone is on their own path.
Run your race, baby.
Exactly.
Find your pace.
Imagine. Yeah. Actually, I don't like letting pressure get to me. Because kwa nini najipressure? As in, I don't even know ni nini kwa path yake sayo. You get?
Very true.
Yani, sometimes you see the things you pressure yourself about and you're like, why did I pressure myself?
Yeah.
Because it comes to work out later on. And
Come
you're
on,
like,
sissy, preach!
Is this what you are preparing for your daughter?
Like you nothing ever prepared you for it. It just comes and you're like, what? God.
Thank you, Jesus.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like at times, the way Gloria was saying, there are times that you will follow your own will. You'll follow what you want to do. And then later on, when things start falling apart, that's when you go back to God. You're like, okay, God, please bless this. Seriously. Really. Like, this is something that I learned the hard way. Because I personally, like kitambo, right now I don't even think I know I'm a very different woman from who I was a few years back. And there was this situationship I was in. And it is that situationship where you have not defined anything, you're just chilling. Let me tell you guys. Guess who got attached? Guess who? Yes. And then at the end of it all, you realize that, what was I thinking? All that time I've been wasting my time. But that is what was going on in my head. I was like, oh my goodness, I have wasted so much time. Guys, I wasted so much time on that situation. Oh my goodness, I can't begin to tell you how many things. I just wasted so much time.
Yeah.
And at the end of it all, when I was, because it really took me to a very painful place. And there's a time that I was just thinking, and I was thinking about how that situationship began, you know. And then I realized that there's nowhere God ever appeared in that whole situation. Like I got into it myself. Mimi mwenyewe kajipeleka kichinjioni, nikachinjwa, nikachomwa nyama mie. Then at the end, when it's too late to realize, oh God, you need to intervene and change this. And guys, some of these things we do to ourselves. So yeah, that is also something else that we really need to watch out for. Like, don't do things just because you want to do things. What is God's will for you in that matter? And that is something that is really, it's really enlightening. By the time that I realized that, like, God is just, oh, yani God knew, let me say, he's just so awesome. He has awesome plans for your life. When I came to realize and to accept the reality of that word, it became so easy. So easy, like right now.
Yeah. He has your best interest at heart. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
And
So we wanted to talk at the same time. Shit. I wanted to say, with the same thing you're talking about, in as much as relationships and type of friendships, I came to realize the same thing.
Yes.
Because there are people who walk in my life and I'm like, what was I even doing with you? And we're just friends, my people. Yeah, we're just friends, but wamekupeleka to a very dark space, as in ikawa na kurudisha nyuma 5 years. You get? So I got to a point where I even pray for friends I meet. As in, I meet up with you today and I'm like, manze, if Rebecca is not meant to be Mungu, please sort this out.
Yeah, do something about
it. There's nothing as heartbreaking as you getting yourself into a heartbreak. You know, when friends break your heart, you get,
Very
or
much.
fakeness, or toxicity.
True.
You get.
True.
There's nothing as terrible as that. So now, ever since I started doing that, imagine I've seen things working out for me. The people we used to talk and right now we don't talk
At all.
and I do not have a problem with that.
Exactly.
Because I know I put it to God in prayer and He's working out things for me. You get.
Very true.
So in as much as relationships, kwanza kwa relationships ni more ni extreme because ni relation as a media, but for friendship, you know, we're just choosing to hang. You get. But still kuna places inakufikishana.
Yes,
and that is the one thing I do not like. You get. So
yeah,
tukae tukiomba.
very true, very true. What did I even? I think I've even lost. I've lost my chain of thought. But on that same issue, then it brings us to the point of how do you walk away from a toxic friendship or relationship? Because in our lives, like each one of us at some point, either your friend or someone in a relationship with just was toxic, and many of us struggle with walking away. Many of us struggle with accepting that, you know what, this did not work. It is okay, it did not work. I make peace with this and I move on. I hope for a better tomorrow. And I personally struggle with the walking away part because I'm a person who's usually very invested in my friendships, very invested. So it really breaks my heart when I find out that this cannot work. It really does. And it takes me a long time, a very long time, before I actually come to a place of, you know what, it is okay, it is all right that this went south. Life happens. It's just fine. And I came to, when I started, there's a time that I really struggled with this, and I read this, I think it's a quote I read somewhere, that there are people who are meant just to be in your life for a season, not for your whole lifetime. There are people who get into your life for seasons, and for people come into your life for a season and for a reason, you know. And that really opened my eyes to the fact that God has brought this person temporarily into your life for this 1 year so that they can teach you patience.
Imagine.
When the year is over, God, because it is His plan, makes them go away, and you're left there holding on to something that was never even supposed to go past a year. When in 1 year plus, you're still there. You're still like, hi, how you doing? Unachua blue ticks. You know, you even disrespect yourself. You know, you do so much. Like, it's just, I'm talking this from an experience point of view, guys. Jiheshimu. Respect yourself. And that's the craziest thing. All of us know when it is done. Like, this is just how you know that maybe this is the end of this is the end of this friendship, this is the end of this relationship. If you feel that there's any relationship or friendship that you're in right now that has outlived its shelf life, please just pray to God and ask him, you know what, God, just teach me to let this go. Because on your own, it is the hardest thing. People have struggled to let go of people for years. You know, every time you're trying to heal, unakumbuka tu mse, unarudi to square one. And it becomes a cycle. And you waste so much time. So me, like, one thing that I would love all of us to do, like, just intrinsically, what a word. After kumwamua pale kizungu imeanza kushine, like, search yourself and just check on your relationships, because also your company affects your morals. That's also another thing. So if you're with this toxic person, you also become toxic to other people, like, knowingly or unknowingly. It just rubs off on you. It's just like good vibes, like, I'm good vibes. I rub off on her, she gets good vibes. I'm bad vibes, everyone around me just ends up being bad vibes. So yeah, ending them is a tricky one, but we get through it. You work yourself through it.
There's a scripture that talks about, that I like quoting, that talks about guarding your heart. And she tells me that so preaching this to Rebecca.
She tells me that so many. I'm sure she has even told me this in other videos. She keeps telling me that.
As in, guard your heart. As in, I don't know. Do you know that scripture finishes up by saying, it is from where the things, what does it say? The issues of life flow from.
Exactly.
Do you know that as long as your heart is in tatters, there are things around you that are not going to work well, just because the things of your heart are in tatters.
Yeah,
you get
true.
So guard your heart, as in, by the time you're deciding to let this person in, you have prayed about it, you have received confirmation. Not just praying, received confirmation.
Preach, sister, you're preaching good.
So that whatever happens inside, you're like, God, you are with me to give this story, so please help me out. You get, and he'll work things out for you. But point me, guard your heart. Even with friendships.
Yeah.
Guard your heart.
Yeah. Yes, guys. That has just been us just opening our hearts about things we know but we don't really know. So don't take our word as the gospel truth when they will say, Becky na Gloria walisema, guys. Try no. It is out of our own experience that we're talking about this. So yeah, we all have different paths. We have all experienced different things. So according to your experience, and your experience becomes your truth. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. How did you enjoy being on my channel?
This was bomb. Talking about, man, but it was good.
Okay, all right.
It's always a good time talking anyway.
Exactly, on my channel, guys. So yeah, if you're not subscribed, guys, subscribe right now. Like that video. Don't watch it without liking. Comment down below and share the video. Yeah, sawa. Thank you so much for joining us. You've had such a great time. I hope you've had a great time. From me to you, until next time, lots of love and light. Bye.